Hi there, it's me, Susan, with day 8 of the Cancer Club. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm a little more mentally stable than I was when I talked to you yesterday. Um, Everything seems to be more back to normal. I found those 12 pounds that I thought I had lost in the middle of the night on Saturday night. And that's always kind of a mixed emotion, you know, when you're a lifelong Weight Watcher. Your fondest dream is to have to eat your way up instead of work your way down in your weight, but I certainly wouldn't want to have this be a method of needing to gain weight. I know it's a common problem for a lot of people undergoing cancer treatment. I was wondering about my mood and my cravings, my appetite cravings, so I put a post online on the cancer forums and got an interesting answer. Somebody said that although they didn't explain why I was craving protein, they said when you eat mostly protein, you lose a lot of fluid, which could have accounted for some of the weight loss. And then also the absence of carbs. Carbohydrates seem connected to serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter that's very closely related to mood. In fact, antidepressants actually affect the serotonin levels in the brain. So her opinion was that I may have had mood swings related to the shortage of carbs. And sure enough, the next day my body started telling me I needed carbs, and always one to listen to in order to have carbs. I did in fact do that, and I feel pretty good today. Still having problems with sores in my mouth. I don't know if I'd call them sores, just a real sensitivity, and I'm working on that. It's not too terrible. I rinse with salt water every now and then. And I'm handling that pretty well. I don't feel too bad today at all, which is kind of makes me happy. I feel like I have some interesting, well, they're interesting to me, comments on my hair. I think my hair turned out good today, and I was remembering that when I was for years in junior high, we called it back in New York. Out here in Texas, they call it middle school. Every night I would say my prayers, and at the end of my prayers, I would say, I hope my hair looks all right tomorrow. So this has been a concern of mine for obviously decades. But, you know, I've been so focused on wondering whether I was going to lose my hair. I don't know if I will or not still. I haven't seen anything in the drain in the shower. A friend of mine told me hers came out when she used to brush her hair every morning, and that's how she noticed it. But I found myself thinking, geez, the chemotherapy stops the cells from dividing, so maybe my hair will not grow. And the problem with that is that last Saturday, before I started my treatment, I went and had it cut really short, thinking that it would grow out during my treatment. Well, duh, then I started to get paranoid that it was going to stay, because it was really too short. I thought last week it didn't look very good. I thought it was going to stay short, like for the next 6 weeks. This all pertains to my post, if you remember, on vanity. I spend a little too much time thinking about how I look. So anyway, I was thinking, gee, my hair is never going to grow, and it's been all this time since the haircut, and it hasn't grown. And then I realized it's been a week. I don't think you can even notice if your hair's grown in a week. Maybe if you have your head shaved or something. But I had to laugh. This really feels like it's been the longest week of my life. I just can't believe it's only been a week since last Monday. I was getting the PICC line put in, getting hooked up with my chemo, having my first radiation treatment. Now I feel like an old vet. I've already quit the chemo for another 4 weeks, and just bopping into the radiation thing like they're all, hi, how are you, Ms. Hall? Hop up there on the table, get the deed done, and head home for lunch. So that's kind of fun. I guess I'm just in a kind of good mood today. I'm not really sure why. Probably recovering my serotonin from yesterday. Speaking of hair, I just want to let you all know, in case you didn't, and you know anyone who is going through cancer treatment or has a problem with losing their hair for any reason, that the American Cancer Society, at least here in San Antonio, they have a wig lending library where because people typically don't need wigs permanently when they have hair loss due to chemo, So they clean them and style them and fix them all up, and you can borrow one. I don't even think it costs anything. So that's a really neat service that they offer. One more thing before I go. I'm getting some really, really good soup recipes in, and I'm very excited. If you live in San Antonio and you're planning to submit a recipe, why don't you just make it and bring it over so I can taste it? I will probably be trying to make a lot of the soup recipes, but it's even easier when all you have to do is eat it. Sorry. But I did want to say, for most of you have my email address because you were invited to join the Cancer Club through my email, but I know some of you have been forwarding these blogs on to other people who may not know how to submit their soup recipe. So my email address is hullsusan, HULLSUSAN, @sbcglobal.net. S like Sam, B like boy, C like cat, global.net. And feel free, I'm going to have fun playing with the recipes and putting them all together, and we're going to give them out to people who want to know how to help somebody who's recovering from any kind of illness, really, but especially cancer. That's it for today. Live well. I can't talk. I don't know what's the matter. Live well, laugh often, and love much. And I'll see you tomorrow on the Cancer Club. Bye now.